Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this story I'm going to be reading a story called The Christmas Spirit Strikes Again. So let's get right into it. I always dreamed of pulling out of the surprise pranks of the lifetime. You know, the kind that you see on TV or laugh about late at night with friends. Well, thanks for a little determination of luck and generous helping of Christmas spirit, my dreams came a reality. My family is Canadian, although my sister moved down to Australia a few years ago and studied speech pathetically. She was graduating just before Christmas, but due to her own scholarly schedule back home, I would not be able to make it down there in time for her graduation. She was understandable disappointed, and I felt guilty that I wasn't be able to be there for her most special occasions. While talking to my supervisor the week before my sister's graduation, the conversation drifted towards Christmas plan. When I mentioned that I would be missing my sister's graduation, but less than 48 hours, she commented, "Well, if you want to go, I have no problem with that, so go ahead." I couldn't believe my luck. I nearly jumped out of joy just to make sure my permission from my admin. She added, my heart sank. The admin missionary at my school was notarized of denying any short time of off request and last minute places would undoubtedly draw nothing but eerie. I most didn't bother asking because I knew it would be would be a waste of time, and I didn't feel like a thorough castement. Plus, I knew the answer already. It was a no. But something in my decided try just in case. Maybe it was hope and Christmas spirit and would somehow perpetrate the admin office at this time of year. When I returned home, I found the associate's dean replied to my box. I steeled myself for disappointment. I gritted my teeth, opened the email, and started to read. I reread and reread, and to make sure I understood, approve, I could actually go. I rubbed my eyes. There must be been a mistake, but no. It was a flabbergasted. There was no logical explanation. I couldn't believe my luck. The only explanation I could possibly think of was that the Christmas spirit had been lurking in my heart for my associate dean, when she she'd read my request. Immediately, I called the airline, mercilessly, even when during the busy Christmas season, I was able to change my ticket to arrive the day before my sister's graduation. When the news was fantastic, I burst to tell my sister, but fingers crossed on my dial I paused. Wouldn't it be so much more fantastic just to surprise her? I pictured myself showing up, knocking at her door, what a sight of shock she would be in. I laughed with glee fully to myself and pictured her face when she opened the door and saw me. She loves pranks, a practical joke of all sorts. Pulling off pranks, pulling off a prank like this would be certainly be the unlimited gift, and it would be were successful. She'd probably be more excited about my unconventional arrival than me attending her graduation. Slowly, the idea involved my mind. For surprise, this grad scale, I needed much more dramatic arrival. Then I started to ring off doorbells for me. Christmas surprise were emphasized by presents, or at least boxes. What could I arrive into? I started a plot, then a brilliance stuck. Getting a delivery box to my sister's was a curious. I knew I pulled this off. My presence at her graduation and my grad arrival would be the best Christmas present I could ever give my sister. No one appreciates a prank like a prankster. Although I was leaving less than 72 hours, I frantically jumped on my computer in Holofta, Nova Scotia, Canada, and started Googling horror companies. One of the first came up across the only willing along with the Christmas surprises was Courier Please. I never heard of it. At first, the branch manager said no, pointing that the Christmas was their busiest season. He couldn't spare a courier for this rather unorthodox request, but he suddenly expectantly warmed up to the idea, actually volunteered a dress up and deliver himself. The Christmas spirit strikes again. Upon arrival to Australia, the manager met me full uniform, but that wasn't all. He brought one of his carriers, there you go, plus a Carrier Please van along the ride as well. They even had a reinforced box prepared for me that already tested at the office. I thought it would be easier to walk up the doorway and jumped out in the box while they rang the doorbell. But no, instead, my sister might see me through the window, and they certainly didn't want to jeopardize my Christmas surprise. Indeed, they parked from 100 meters up the street, where they loaded me in the box and carried me all the way up to my sister's house, where they rang the doorbell, and anonymously they had a delivery for her. I couldn't see the look on my sister's face when she opened the door to carriers of the surprise delivery, but I could tell her voice she was more than a little relaxed, I think. This is so soon morphed into utter disbelief that the shock of the balloon was open and she saw an older sister sitting inside smiling at her. She was completely lost of words, and I will never forget the looks on her face as she opened those flaps on the box. It was such a gift to be able to attend my sister's graduation, to show her my love by giving her the most unique, unconventional Christmas presents in the history of our family. It was the memory both she and I will cherish forever. It was served as a lesson for me. Never ever underestimate the power of Christmas spirit. It could move hearts, minds, and yes, even people in boxes. So let me know what your guys' thoughts on that story, and if you've done something like that to a family member or maybe a friend and whatnot. And I will see you next time. Bye.